Assalamu alaikum.
जी फील कंफर्टेबल शाजिया, रिलैक्स करें हैं। हम 4 लोग मिलके आपका इंटरव्यू करेंगे।
इंशाल्लाह सर।
ठीक है, रेडी? आप रेडी है?
जी सर।
गुड। तो यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ टू ऑल ऑफ अस।
Sir, my name is Shazia Ishaq. I'm from Chitral, KPK, and I'm serving as a headmistress in government school in BPS 16. I have done my BS in political science from Islamia College in University Peshawar. And I'm a keen sport player. I like hiking, I like gardening, and now I'm a written qualifier of CSS 2020 and hopeful for serving in the public sector of Pakistan again in a broader perspective.
So you are serving as a headmistress in one of the government high school?
Middle school, sir.
One of the middle school.
Yes, sir.
What is the strength of staff which you have got?
Sir, including me, we are 8 staff.
8 staff.
8 teachers.
You yourself have been teaching.
Yes, sir. I'm teaching also. I'm also the head of administration.
What are the methods of teaching in your class?
Sir, as I have a little experience that is of only 3 months. So as far as during these 3 months, I have observed the teaching criteria, that is my staff, they are applying and broader perspectives in teaching, like they are engaging the students in activity based, though and as in coronavirus, this disease, though the major grouping was not allowed, so they are, and that is in limited perspective. Secondly, they are using charts, and also they are having discussion and group discussion, that is also aided in this way. Yes, there are certain difficulties to my staff, and the people, they are a little bit conservative, so they is also feeling difficulty in this regard. Like when you are saying there will be a function, the students are reluctant to participate there.
Shazia, if you are in a classroom and there are, say, 10 students, 10 girl students, and out of 10, 2 are outstanding, 7 are very good, and 1 is poor. Now you have to make the seating arrangement in that classroom. It is your choice. What seating arrangement you will make, keeping in view the caliber of the students?
Yes, sir. I will arrange my students in a way that I can, as the 2 students, they are outstanding, so I will try to arrange to accommodate that between the good students, and the one that is left being, I have to take her in front of the class, so she can participate accordingly, and I will make one of the good student, outstanding student, to sit with her, so she can help her in the classroom.
What subjects you are teaching?
Sir, I'm teaching English. In grade 8, I'm teaching English, and to grade 6, I'm teaching general science, and to grade 7, I'm also teaching English.
One of the subject you took was gender studies. Can you identify 5 gender issues which we are facing in Pakistan?
Yes, sir.
Just name.
Just names. Yes, sir. And gender-based violence, ranging from honor killing to all this, child marriages, these and less opportunities given to women in educational institute. And thirdly, there are no choice that is given to women regarding marriage and choices. That's also there. And fourthly, there are less participation of women in politics. And fourthly, there are also less participation of women in other multinational organizations working inside Pakistan especially. And sir, one of more, there are no certain laws they can carry and the women in the front so they can perform good.
Criminology was one of the subjects. Can you define crime for me?
Yes, sir. Crime is any act that is considered the break of any law. Any act that is against the social norms, against the law of the land, that is called crime. They disturb the society.
What are the institutions of criminal justice system? Can you name them?
Yes, sir. There's police, prison, judiciary, prosecution, probation, and these are the institutions.
Briefly tell me what are the salient features of 1973 Constitution of Pakistan?
Yes, sir. 1973 Constitution gives us the certain type of political system, and where it's the parliamentary form of government, is the written constitution, it's the federal form of government we have, and we have fundamental rights, and
What are your comments about the performance of this political government?
this political government, sir, this government is performing. It has certain good perspective, certain and in some perspective, the government is not performing accordingly what this government has promised before the elections. Like here now, our economy is moving towards a positive trajectory. Secondly, and the various programs like the CSS emergency case program, this is good in this coronavirus disease. And secondly, we have, and to some extent, we have gained certain objectives in our foreign policy platform. And thirdly, our initiative regarding CPEC, we are going towards, we are gaining benefits from the project.
In the recent last 2-3 months, we have seen there was a conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia. What was the reason for that conflict? There was a war.
Yes, sir. The main reason for this conflict was the territory that is inside Azerbaijan, Nagorno-Karabakh. It was a territory that Azerbaijan claimed it's mine. Basically, it's Azerbaijan's territory. But the people who are living there, they are Armenians. So Armenia is saying that though the people are majority Armenians are living there, so this is our territory. So and 6-7 day wars was prevalent there. Finally, and Azerbaijan has won the war, and now it's the part of Azerbaijan.
In last 2-3 months, we have seen that almost India and China, they were at the brink of war. What are the issues?
Sir, the main issue between India and China is a border issue and a line of actual control, where China saying has claimed regarding the area, India saying it's my territory. So therefore, a tussle emerged there, and more than 20 soldiers of India were killed.
Pakistan, a hard country. This is one of the book you have read. What is the central theme of this book?
The central theme of this book here, Anatol Levin, he is saying that there are various perceptions about Pakistan in the Western world. Like Pakistan, it's a failing state. So in this book, and the author is saying that Pakistan is not a failing state, though there are certain difficulties, economic issues and terrorism issues and other issues here in Pakistan. But Pakistan is not a failing state. Pakistan is doing well in certain perspective. So if there are no interventions internationally inside Pakistan, then Pakistan will not fail.
Who is the author of this book?
Anatol Levin. Anatol Levin, sir.
It is not mentioned here. The PAS is your first choice, Pakistan Administrative Services.
Yes, sir.
So, what functions are performed by the Deputy Commissioner?
Sir, Deputy Commissioner performs various range of functions. The primary function is to control the district, who is the Deputy Commissioner is head of, ranging from the various issues, implementations, the laws and regulatory functions, and issues regarding the land record and the law and security situation, along with the police of the area, and other security issues which are happening inside the surprise checking and all these issues.
And how will you how you describe Patwari culture, and how will you counter it?
Sir, Patwari culture is prevalent in Pakistan, where there are certain the Patwari, mainly the culture that is not means that there are difficulties. Mean they are taking bribe and they are not recording the land accordingly. So this is a bad habit, and to curtail this, digitalization is a good solution. The recorded land should be digitalized according to the owner they are holding the land.
District administration performs functions. So how the performance of a district contributes towards the overall governance of the state?
Sir, when the district is governed according to the rules of the country, then the people living out there have a peaceful life, then it's contributing against the governance of the state. If the basic level the governance is good, then again it's contributing to the, in a larger extent, the government is functioning well. When the district is functioning not according to the will of the people or according to the law, then we cannot expect the whole country to be ruled accordingly.
Pakistan Customs Service is your second choice.
Yes, sir.
So, what functions are performed by the Customs Department?
Sir, Custom Department basically is dealing with all the issues and border issues regarding the smuggling of goods items, smuggling of those contraband items. They are actually to tackle all these issues within the border issues. They all are happening here.
They only are doing anti-smuggling.
Sir, no, this is only one of the main functions performed by Custom Department. They are also creating revenues, helping in the enhancing of the budget smuggling of the.
Not easily forget humiliation. That is your weakness. What do you mean by this? Not easily forget humiliation.
Sir, this means when someone behaves badly to me, then it's difficult for me to easily forget that situation. I mean, I cannot come out from this situation easily. So my criteria is I behave with people in a bad manner, and in return I expect them to behave with me accordingly.
Britain has an unwritten constitution. How is it possible that a country like Britain is being run without a written constitution?
Sir, it is not necessary for a constitution to be written. So Britain is a good example in front of us, where we have the conventions. They are actually they are practiced from many years. And the constitution, though there are certain part of the constitution they are written, but majority of the part is unwritten.
Which part is written?
Sir, there is Magna Carta, there are the statutory parts, and all these are the Bill of Rights, the Petition of Rights. They are the written parts of the constitution. And all the remaining major part, they are the convention regard the crown, regard the House of Commons, regard the House of Lords, and many other issues, regard the convening of the House of Commons and all these things.
Why it took 8 to 9 years for our country's constitution to come into being?
So there were various reasons which were an obstacle on the way of making a constitution for Pakistan. So firstly, the death of our founder Quaid-e-Azam, it was also a setback to the constitution making. Secondly, sir, there was the vested interest of the people who were making the constitution. It was also an obstacle. Thirdly, the dissolution of the Constituent Assembly, it was also an obstacle. Sir, fourthly, the various parts of the Pakistan is not a single culture country, it's a multicultural country. So all these things were the factor to make a constitution for a multicultural country. So.
Thank you, sir. Connected with the previous question of my senior colleague, what are the financial implications of 18th Amendment?
Sir, in financial perspective, the provinces have gained more share. 57 point something percent their provinces are gaining, and center has more powers. And in this regard, there are certain claims of the center that though we have the major chunk, or like we have to manage the budget and the defense budget, and we have the communication and all these things, we have to pay the loans. Still, we don't have the amount which is needed to carry out all these things. The provinces are rich in this regard.
So you think that Federation is now regretting this decision?
Sir, we cannot say Federation is regretting, but there are certain objectives of the Federation that they are saying that their more power, financial powers have been given to the provinces, and center is lacking in this regard.
Ms. Shazia, since you are associated with the education sector of Pakistan, tell me the 3 major issues of education sector of Pakistan.
Sir, major 3 issues according to my view are the first is the budget issue, sir. It's 2% allocated for education system. If you see our neighbor, they are investing, giving 4% of their budget to their education. Bangladesh in this regard 6 and so on. Sir, secondly, we have the curriculum issue. We have four major division inside our education system, like private schools, public schools, madrasa school, and the other like the vocational and training institute, all these things. Sir, it's a good point that the government has come up with single national curriculum, and so it's a good initiative in this regard. Sir, thirdly, the main issue in education system is the training of the teachers. As I myself is a teacher, I have been given the post. Regrettably, I am saying, sir, I was not given any training in this regard. I graduated from a university, I applied for the post, I qualified, and I was posted as the headmistress in middle school.
Okay.
No prior training.
What are the three major issues of Chitral vis-a-vis Afghan borders proximity?
Sir, Afghan border proximity.
Chitral's three major issues.
The three major issues, sir. Firstly is the low attention from the government side. And there in Chitral, there are mostly the NGOs, they are working more there. There we see the lack of interest of government. This is the first issue. So secondly, the road, we can say that the road from which we are coming and going to Chitral, the road are not up to the mark.
Don't you think Lawari tunnel was made for the people of Chitral?
Sir, we can say it's made, but in a bigger perspective, we can say it's a route that to link it with China and Central Asia, maybe the part of it gonna be the part of CPEC.
Okay. So, who is DPO Chitral right now? Do you know?
Yes, sir.
Who's?
Sonia Shamrod, Miss Sonia Shamrod.
I particularly asked this question that a lady is heading your police department in your district, but you did not mention police as one of your options. May I know why?
Sir, basically, I want to serve in PAS. This is my first priority. I'm not saying Pakistan Police Service is it's also a good option for me. Sir, before going for police service, I prefer Pakistan Administrative Service. It has a broader perspective and to carry on. Thirdly, sir, my family preference also come here. My father says to me to go for PAS first. If police service is offered, then I will go to it, inshallah.
And no foreign service as well?
No, sir.
Why not?
Sir, I'm elder sister, so I have responsibilities regarding my siblings.
Okay. Thank you. Just a second.
Shazia, what were the key feature of Minto-Morley reforms?
Sir, Minto-Morley reforms, they were the constitutional package given to the Indians by the British. And one of them, as far as I remember, is that sir, I'm forgetting, sorry.
What cabinet kitchen? What is cabinet kitchen?
Cabinet kitchen, sir, the small members of the cabinet who are working. Sir, sorry, I'm not getting.
What is spoil system?
Sir, spoil system is the system prevailing in US political system where the incoming president usually get appointments from his friends and allocated relatives in the British in his political system in USA, and he usually reject all the nominees which the predecessor means the president has done.
Last question, what is the student to teacher ratio in Pakistan?
Sir, sorry, I don't have any idea.
Thank you.
Okay, how do you see this merger of FATA with the KPK?
Sir, I see the merger of FATA with KPK from positive lens. Sir, as we see from the history, it has been a point of many all the, we can say, not good activities there, means the basic, the terrorist activities. So the merger is a good opportunity for the people of FATA so they can come up with, so they can benefit from the government services. Before it was, we can say, a tribal area. Now we can say it's the part of a province. So our judiciary will extend to them. Education institute will be provided to the people there. And budget, our 3% of budget, as it has been said, that it will be invested in the FATA.
Have you traveled from Peshawar to Torkham in the recent past?
No, sir, I haven't.
Do you know there is an economic corridor which has been constructed between Peshawar to Torkham? Do you know?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
You never traveled on that economic
No,
corridor?
sir, I haven't.
Okay, let's conclude it. Let's have a debriefing session.
But sir, sorry, I'm not getting you. I haven't get you what you said.
Let's conclude this interview session. Let's be informal.
Yes, sir.
And we want to debrief you. And if you have got any question, you can ask these questions from us. You have made, it is a great achievement that you have made in the written part of this CSS examination, which is basically 2% of the whole, all students aspiring to be in it. And it appears that you are, mashallah, intelligent, you are hardworking, your personality is fine, and your communication skills are also good. Now, you are going to compete with the best one from the KPK province. Okay? When you are fighting between the giants, then you have to fight in a better way. You should be fully prepared. So today we feel that as far as the gap in there is a knowledge gap.
Sir, I am preparing. Sir, when sir there was मुझे स्कूल भी मैनेज करना था ना सर, इसलिए
सुनो ना, मैंने कहा ना, वो अभी बताता हूँ ना, अब तो एक नॉलेज गैप नज़र आ रहा है हमें. दूसरा ये है कि आई विल सजेस्ट कि आप थोड़ा सा मिरर प्रैक्टिस करें अपनी, शीशे के सामने खड़े होके. तो आप अखबार ले लें, उसको पढ़ें, कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन करें, बल्कि स्टूडेंट को जाके सेशन दें, अपने टीचर को कहो ये सवाल करो मुझे, मैं शीशे के सामने. देन यू लुक योर परफॉर्मेंस. ठीक है, यू हैव गॉट प्लेजेंट पर्सनैलिटी. तो उसमें यह है कि उसमें थोड़ा सा हो सकता है कि आपको कोई डेफिशिएंसीज नज़र आ जाएं जो कि आप सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट करें.
सही है.
आपका जो 90% होगा, 80% इंटरव्यू इसी प्रोफाइल में से आएगा. दे विल स्टार्ट विद द नेम ऑफ शाजिया एंड दे विल एंड. ठीक है, तो इसको आपने थारोली देखना है.
सही है सर.
और सिंस यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम फोटा, पेशावर से आ रही हैं, तो फिर आपके साथ अफगान इशू भी डिस्कस हो सकता है. ठीक है ना, सेंट्रल एशिया भी डिस्कस हो सकता है, चाइना की इन्वॉल्वमेंट, ईरान, थोड़े थोड़े बॉर्डर है, इनको भी डिस्कस हो सकते हैं. इंडिया चाइना का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट भी आ सकता है. देयर लॉट मेनी थिंग्स. ठीक है ना. तो अभी मेरा ये ख्याल है कि तुम्हें थोड़ी सी मेहनत करनी चाहिए. जो आपका लेवल ऑफ प्रिपरेशन है ना, वो होता है ना स्टेट ऑफ प्रिपेयर्डनेस, वो अभी आपकी हालत जंग में नहीं है आप.
सही है सर, मैं कोशिश कर.
ठीक है ना, यू नीड टू बी इन हालत जंग. स्टेट ऑफ प्रिपेयर्डनेस आपकी बहुत इंप्रूव करने की जरूरत है. ठीक है ना. स्कूल से छुट्टी लें, कब है इंटरव्यू?
सर मेरा रावलपिंडी सेंटर था तो लेट होगा.
अच्छा, चलो, लकली यू हैव गॉट टाइम.
यहाँ सर टाइम.
पिछले अखबार 1-2 महीने के इकट्ठे करो, उनके मेजर सुर्खियाँ जहन में रखो, करंट इश्यूज जो जहन में होने चाहिए. तो टुडे यू आर फाइन, बट स्टेट ऑफ प्रिपेयर्डनेस वाली बात नजर नहीं आई.
सही है
आप
सर.
सर
ये अपनी ये प्रेफरेंस जो है इसको रिकंसिडर करें. ये जो है ना, आपने कस्टम्स और ये जो मिलिट्री लैंड कैंटोनमेंट सर्विस की है, इसको आप वो करें, रिकंसिडर करें. आई थिंक यू नीड टू.
सर मतलब क्या ऑप्ट करो?
ऑप्शन जो है ना उसकी जो
नहीं, आपकी जो प्रेफरेंस जो है ना, प्रायोरिटी, उसको आप ठीक करें. पुलिस सर्विस डालें सेकंड जो है, और थर्ड बेशक आप कस्टम कर दें अगर फॉरेन सर्विस नहीं करती हो.
सर सही है सर.
क्योंकि जैसे कि आपके अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट की जो डीपीओ है वो शी इज अ लेडी पुलिस ऑफिसर, सो that should have motivated you and led you to opt for police. DMG चलें, that is your first. Police को आप change करना. This is a proposal.
Yes sir, inshallah I will think over it.
Forcing you to do it. आप इसको reconsider करें, देखें अगर आप समझती हैं दोबारा तो you can put it at number 2.
Yes sir.
शाजिया, वेरी गुड, आप अच्छी थी. सर ने जिस तरह आइडेंटिफाई किया, कुछ नॉलेज गैप्स डेफिनेटली हैं. इंशाल्लाह ताला आप एलोकेट हो जाएंगी, बट नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स आप जितनी ज़्यादा मेहनत करेंगी उतनी आप अपनी एलोकेशन को बेहतर ग्रुप में फॉल करवाएंगी. ठीक है, आई होप यू नो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग.
Yes sir.
तो अभी लकीली आपके पास टाइम भी है, आप अपने आइडियाज़ को, व्यूज़ को मज़ीद पॉलिश करें, बेहतर करें. आप आर्टिकुलेट हैं, कॉन्फिडेंस ठीक है, पर्सनालिटी ठीक है, एंड कंसिडरिंग फ्रॉम द पार्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान वे यू बिलोंग, यू आर वेरी गुड माशाल्लाह. تو ابھی تھوڑا سا آپ قریب جا کے انٹرویو کے چھٹی بھی لے سکتی ہیں, گورنمنٹ سیکٹر ہے, آپ کو چھٹی مل بھی جائے گی. اور سٹل ابھی جو ہے وہ اسکول کے ساتھ ساتھ زیادہ, آئی ہوپ کہ آپ اسکول کے علاوہ کو زیادہ رسپانسبلٹیز نہیں ہوں گی آپ پہ ڈومیسٹک, آپ زیادہ ٹائم ذرا اپنے اوپینین میکنگ اور ان چیزوں کو دیں. ٹھیک ہے,
ٹھیک ہے, چلیے جیسے سر نے بتایا, لاس صاحب نے, سو صاحب نے, ان چیزوں پہ کام کریں
سر. اور
تو
یہ
بھی ہو سکتی ہیں.
اچھا سر, یہ پوچھنا تھا کہ لائک آپ نے کچھ سوال پوچھے جو مجھے نہیں آ رہے تھے, آ تو رہے تھے پر میں کنفیوز ہو گئی. سر ہاؤ ٹو سے نو.
نہیں بھی اگر آتے نا, ٹربل شوٹنگ, ورس کم ورس نہیں بھی آتے تو آگے چلیں, سوری کہہ کے آگے چلیں.
اوکے سر.
چلو تھینک یو.